Alright, so not a whole lot exciting so far. Standard flash first route here. This was my first run of the day, so I was kind of warming up my mashing a little bit here. But avoided damage here at the beginning, that's always good. Yeah, basically ideal gameplay for me so far. Do I get this snipe? I do. I jump over the power up. A little bonk there, no issue. Yeah, I'm not going for world records or anything. I think I do mess this up though. Yep. Alright, it was good recovery though. I was still holding left when I landed on those blocks and they have ice physics. Sounds good, Malachi. And then this was not my best fight ever, but a couple missed shots there, but overall not too terrible. So tied with PB out of the first stage, I will gladly take that. Nice long cutscene. Should I skip through these longer cutscenes maybe? There we go. I believe this level ended up going very well. Shimmying my way over to the right side of the platforms. So I spawned and despawned that guy, so that wasn't ideal, but whatever. Pretty minor time loss. And I go for this jump, which I haven't gone before. I definitely wasn't confident in it. I think I would have made it with only one pause, but decided to go for two to be safe. So that really doesn't save any time when I do it that way. Hey, what's up, Mr. Turtle Bear Man? Myrtle Tearban. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good one. GG's on your recent Blue Marlin PB. I was saying earlier, I ended up doing an offline run today. I was planning on streaming this afternoon, but my dog wasn't feeling good, so I wanted to be able to just end a run at any point if I needed to. So doing a little watch back here to start things off, and then I'll be messing around with a new ROM hack that Robert made for Mario 2. Still in beta stages. I'm got the honor of being one of the playtesters. Alright, so nice 2-cycle air fight. I think this ends up being a gold. Maybe a small gold. Ooh, half-second gold. Alright, we take those. We take those. Especially since my PB had a fairly clumsy airman stage. Let's skip forward a little bit. There we go. Hey, Lychee Puma. Welcome on in, friend. Oh, she's doing better already, Malachi, but I appreciate the sentiment. She's been a little fussy with her food lately. I think part of it is she's just getting older and is less interested in devouring every single piece of edible material within a 1 mile radius of her. So like when we put her food out, it's not like an instant feeding frenzy anymore. But she also suffers from acid reflux, and when you go a long time without eating when you have acid reflux, it can get worse. And so she ends up feeling sick, which makes her want to not eat even more. So she ended up kind of skipping breakfast today and ended up getting sick as a result, but we broke out a can of wet food to cure her. Same for you, Tom. Welcome on in. Hope the controller's treating you well so far. Alright, so far, pretty good quick man stage. I think it's been uneventful. I had to slow down at one part because I missed a shot, but otherwise, good level here. All right, good fight so far, and then it takes me forever to get this final hit. The old leather shoe you had been using. Yeah, I remember the first time I played with a controller configured the way that yours is. Also, nice pace. It was just wild. You know, I was spoiled fairly early in my streaming career with the Dom Troller. But you know, the rubbers have to be replaced every so often, so I wore through that eventually and rebuilt the whole thing a few times, so it was no longer a Dom Troller. So once I got my hands on the Exo boards and made one for myself with those Top Gear rubbers from Japan, it was just like, holy... But anyway, made the first couple hard jumps here in Metal Man. Should have golded quick, but took 7 years to get the final hit on the boss. Alright, so really nice level so far. This is, for me, been flawless play. There are a couple slightly sweatier things that you can go for that I don't. Yes. There were a couple instances of not great menuing in this run. This was my first run of the day, and so I wasn't like fully focused on it yet and in the groove. So that was a pretty bad menu right there. Sweat harder, no you. Kurt Turtle co-op sauna stream when? Alright, and somehow that tied gold. I really don't understand since I... Oh wait, no, I got everything I wanted to. Never mind, what am I even talking about? Yeah, that's... For me, that's a flawless level. ASAP, if you ask me. Perfect. Goodbye bitrate for a little bit here. Although my splits actually are holding pretty strong here. Get an expensive computer solely for the purpose of streaming Bubble Man. So far, so good in Bubble. I don't go for the real sweaty strat on the first screen. Got a really good shot in there. That was a pretty easy to deal with pattern of the shramps. Do I get this? Oh, I do get the jump. Ooh, almost ate a spike there. Avoiding the item drops there is huge. I very rarely get to do that. And at this point, I know I'm on a pretty good run, so I'm making these jumps fairly big. You save a few frames if you cut those jumps close. But I was like, all right, you know, I'm through bubble here. On a pretty juicy one. My best possible time was still sub 31 at this point, and I knew I had some time to save still. All right, I missed a shot in that fight, but not a big deal. I think this ends up being a gold. Yeah, fairly convincing one. Yeah. So aside from missing, and here I'm checking my splits. I forgot I did that. I was like, holy crap, this pace. But yeah, other than having trouble getting the final hit on quick, man, this has basically been me playing to my potential so far in this run. I think I end up playing this level fairly cautiously. Yeah, I hesitated there. I wanted to make sure I got that snipe. If this was any other run, I just assume I got it and go, and if I die, I die. But, you know, even avoided that enemy up there, which is a bit of a troll. I get that jump. I have used 2 bars of ammo so far, which isn't great. You don't have to use any ammo at this point. Yep. I was planning on going under that enemy in my runs today, but again, on this pace, I was like, you know what, let's go kind of chicken mode here. Yeah, not taking any chances right now. At this point, I knew that if I just avoided deaths, I would at least get a modest PB. So it's around here when things got really sweaty. That was a nice bubble helmet, I would like to point out. I go 2 for 2 on nice bubble helmets. Basically textbook frame perfect bubble helmets, which is the reason this run went well. Alright, so not great RNG from Heatman, but it makes very little difference in this category. That was the second worst pattern you can get. Another longer cutscene here. Let's get forward a little bit. Alright, good enough. I should have skipped forward a little more. Regrets. I have them. Alright, lately Woodman has been... I've been having the most fun playing this level. At least the... like the middle third of this. Alright, enjoy your lurk. Thanks for popping in. Again, that was some pretty clumsy menuing. I was fairly nervous already at this point, so I wasn't thinking super clearly on what I needed to do before I opened the menu. Hey Meech, thanks for the good luck. Good luck to you as well. And enjoy your lurk. So that was a good menu. I knew that one was just one down. Alright, this right here is my favorite screen in the game. There's a slightly faster strat in this level. It saves a couple seconds, but you don't get to do this part this way. So I will never do it. Like, look how fun that is. Absolutely wreck those monkeys. 1-for-1 booty jump. I play this one safe. So 2 for 2. 3 for 3. So a little bit of a sloppy menu. Oh, and I had a tiny little bonk on that corner there, so I had to bail on jumping over these chickens. Again, another sloppy menu. But whatevs. Got him. Skip forward a little bit. Alright, so that was... I think that's the first level I lost time on in this run. Which I'm kind of glad I did, because that kind of relaxed me that this wasn't like a god run. That there were some mistakes other than slow menuing. Yeah, I messed up that item placement, had to redo it, but no big deal. So a little sloppy, but no major chaos or catastrophes here so far. And crash. Alright, some cautious item ones there. That was a little smoother there. Oh, I think I bungle this part, which is embarrassing. Yeah, I placed that one too high. So I didn't get any use out of that one. That doesn't cost a whole lot of time. I typically only use 3 there to get over that tin can thing a little more easily. I actually was thinking about going for using 2 items anyway, just slightly faster. A little sloppy there, but I got all of my item placements that I wanted. So not perfect, but this is, by my standards, a very good crash climb. Yeah, some more sloppy menuing. That's one of the biggest things that went wrong in this run, was just lots of sloppy menuing. Lose a second here, second there, 2 seconds here. I do get the double shot though, which I only get like half the time, so that makes up for the menuing mishap. But that climb was so juicy compared to anything I've had in a run before that it still was a healthy gold. I could probably do 4 seconds better than that, just with the strats I was using here. Alright, into the Wily stages. Alright, Wily 1. I suddenly had a thought go through my head that if I play this like a chicken the rest of the way, I'm asking for trouble. Or no, it's right here that it dawns on me. When I missed that item too, I was like, wait a second, I need to just do my strats here, not play chicken. So a little bit of a bobble there. I placed that one a little low, so I couldn't get the little it's not a zip, but the little push up on the ladder. Not a big deal. So there's some pretty good item 1 placements by my standards. That one was a little high, so I had to be cautious on that third one. But my confidence was starting to come back here as I have another slow menu. Do a couple shots along with the beat. I didn't mess with that while doing these one tile jumps, though. But I decided to go for something I've never gone for in a run before. That's the fast kill, and I got it. So that was probably ill-advised to go for that, but whatever. I got away with it. I had messed up enough stuff in that level that I was like, you know what, let's go for it. Alright, so I get that early snipe, so I can do that without stopping. So I'm feeling good here. Feeling confident. Nothing can shake me now. Alright, so I end with 3 HP on the item 2. I need at least 4 for Wily. 4, so I grab the little one there. So far, so good. I think my gold has one of those little pill pickups in it anyway. So, real bad menu here. I placed that super low, and I tried to sneak in there on that same cycle and ended up taking extra damage and wasting like all of my item 3 and having to wait on that now because I didn't have enough HP to damage boost through all of those like I normally do. So this was the Titanic. I was like, oh god, here we go. If I do clear that one, I think it's technically a little faster to bonk on that ledge than where most people bonk. Because you don't need to enter this room with a ton of speed because the boss like HP bar starts filling up before you land. Or like the music starts playing or whatever. So I don't know that you gain a whole lot by going quickly into the boss room here. But it's frames. It doesn't matter. I'm shooting 3 on a lot of those where I typically only shoot 2 just as a precaution. You know, I knew I was losing time, but it was still a good run. At this point, I'm assuming sub 31 is pretty much dead. Which is fine. I still have a meaty PB coming my way if I just avoid big mistakes. And I jumped super early there. You want to jump as early as possible off that one so that you can get full height jumps on these that set of 3 2-tile wide platforms. You want to land far to the left on the first one of those, and I potato brained there. Gave those spikes plenty of clearance. I assumed I wasn't going to make this, so I had a little pause here, and then I bonk on that ledge too, so... Lots of little mistakes here, but I'm avoiding the big ones. Soiled it! But get over that item drop, avoid the damage, get over that item drop. So getting 2 big item drops there, avoiding both of them, and not getting knockback is nicely done. Alright, so I got an absolute Gigachad 2-jump kill, which I've never gotten in a run before. It almost always takes me 3 jumps. I do lose a little... Oh no, I tied gold. So the better boss kill made up for some of the issues earlier in the level. And I'm actually considering getting both ammos here. But I decide I'll just not use item 3 in every single spot that I typically would use it. So I also just learned these quick item placement spots. So I can get away with having a little less item 3 than I typically do. Like here I just went up the ladder instead of going through that little opening. I think I skipped this one here. Yeah, I skipped that one. Yeah, because I want at least 2 HP here. I think I can technically do what I need to do with 1 HP on item 3, but 2 or 3 is much more comfortable, and 4 is all the time in the world for this next jump. So I place this as I'm jumping up, then jump on it and go. Switch to item 2. I almost placed that too high to be able to get on it, but made it. Very cautious there. Came to a complete stop to place that. Alright, my safety strat to get over that fella. Hey Slay, how's it going? Almost got caught there. And took damage there. I was surprised. I placed that item one a little too high, so it ended up expiring at the ceiling. So that was not great. But I do avoid that first volley, which makes up for it. So I'm kind of back on track. This is the typical amount of HP I have at this point. So I just need to avoid this next volley to be able to go for the damage transfer. Right, so I get the good placement. I have enough HP. Bam. Yeah, but Purple Heaven, that overall went very well. I was cautious in a couple spots, and I didn't have as much item 3 as I wanted to use, but that still was a meaty gold. Alright, I have a very unconventional routing here in the refights. I do all of the buster fights right away. It's less menuing, but more kind of overworld movement. Alright, so same thing as in the quick stage. I get all but the final hit really quickly. And then do I 2-cycle this? I might 2-cycle this. Yeah, okay. I thought about going for the HP, but I decided to get it after heat. Oh, I'm honored. Yeah, so I took damage, extra damage there. That was no good, but whatever. No, you Turtle Bear Man. Yeah, so since I bonked on Heat Man, I decided to grab 1 extra HP versus what I was hoping to grab. Yeah, my PB is still unlisted on YouTube Slay. I'll drop a link in the in chat after this. So I was not expecting to get a 3-bubble pattern there. That's since there aren't spikes on the ceiling there, the 3-bubble pattern is actually the fastest because you can just blast Bubble Man while he's standing in place for the most part. Alright, so decent flash fight. That one's pretty easy. Alright, I timed that first Metal Blade really well. So that was... that gold is primarily on the merits of the Whily Machine fight there. I typically flounder quite a bit there. The refights themselves were pretty good too. Alright, so right here I'm seeing best possible time 30:47, so I know I don't have to be super aggressive on this Wily fight to get a sub 31. So I'm feeling very comfortable here. I know I just got to play smart on this Wily fight, and I'm going to have a meaty PB. That said, I do something kind of stupid, which you'll see very soon. So I get a couple hits there. So I just completely miss those. And you can only have so many on screen at a time. So I had to wait for another cycle there, but that ended up being a 30-49. I split a little late. It was like a 30-49.7 or something. Yo, Joey, thank you for the GG. So that is... I don't think I'm going to grind this game for anymore for a little bit. You know, I did have some pretty noticeable mistakes there, but, you know, being within 15 seconds of my sum of best is pretty spicy. I would need to learn some new strats to realistically improve this, so. Yeah, thank you, Malachi. Thank you, Slay. Thank you, Turtle Bear Man. So I'm going to stay somewhat sharp on this so I can do the weekly Mega Man 2 races, but I'm not going to grind this a whole lot. The Mario 2 itch has been very real, Joey. I think I'm ready to go back to that soon. With the tournament coming up, though, I probably won't have a whole lot of time to do much speedrunning myself. So I might just start derusting Mario 2 a little bit. But I might not do runs until after the tournament. But yeah, that's where we're at for Mega Man 2.